Hi, this is Candy Shaw with Tips and Tricks Tuesday. So, have you been wondering where the money piece really lives? You know, everybody always thinks it's just right around the face. So when you're foiling and you just slice and back to back to back to back, you're missing a valuable part of where the money piece actually lands. So the goal is that we're painting a ridge. That ridge is going to obviously fall down from the top to the bottom. But the anchor or the connector lives right behind the ear. So as you can see here, this piece of hair is actually what connects the whole traveler of the money piece. Now, right now I'm getting ready to paint a pitchfork on the hairline. As I paint that pitchfork, I'm going to build up from that place and actually lay my streaks on top of each other. But if I was just trying to foil this hair and taking a horizontal section, the goal would be that it would not land at the bottom. So when I take a section around the ear, I'm always going to use 3/4 of the eyebrow where the parietal ridge is. And at that parietal ridge, I'm going to come straight back into a V'd section. And you can see that I have a nice triangle here. This triangle is going to ensure that the dark lives and then the light lands. That light is going to land to there, making the perfect money piece every time. So as I come in, I'm going to make sure that I have a triangle. I'm actually going to paint 3 pieces here, the top, the middle, and the bottom. And those 3 pieces, once I do so, I'm going to be creating the ultimate curl. So I'm going to clean my queen, get rid of my Wookie here. I'm going to hold this section up and away, making sure that my guest tilts her chin back and away. Holding it at the throat, the first thing that I'm going to do is as I load my brush, I'm going to pull this hair out. I'm going to balance my pinky right onto that cheekbone, making the first streak like so. Once I've done that streak, I'm going to actually move my body and shift my hips over. Now I'm going to paint the second one, creating that pitchfork. Then I'm going to flatten into that hair, taking more product, bending my knees, flattening my brush, and there are the 3 streaks. Once I've done that, I'm actually going to skim in the middle. So skimming in the middle is going to ensure that I am utilizing all of that lightener to get to those baby hairs. All those baby hairs that tend to break around the face are now going to lift at the perfect level. Now we say in the Bali world, if it's not white, it's not light. But thinking about skimming around the face is going to give me a soft blend of those little tiny hairs. Once I've done that, I'm actually going to take what I've been pinching and flatten it out like the handle. And at that point, I'm going to add the handle to my pitchfork. So by taking that product, moving it all into the hair, I'm not going to be shy. Nice and flat, taking my loader brush and loading that product on. All right. As I continue back, I'm making the decision where I want my curl. So my paddle is going to cross over to the back at the exact place that I know my curl is going to live. If this hair had been layered more around the face, my crossover would happen about here. But since this hair is more one length, my crossover is going to happen lower. So I'm going to cross over to the back, and I'm going to continue to comb that product into the hair. Combing, paddle. Combing, paddle. The brush and the paddle allows me to continue to flatten out that product and work that hair back. Now as I put my tools down, I typically don't touch the hair, but in this case, you can now see what happens with my curl. So now I have the perfect curl with the amount of dark in the back, softness and blend at the scalp, much more intensity in the mids and the ends, and making of that curl. This will ensure to anchor down to the bottom piece of that hair. Now, as I continue up, I'm going to continue to travel with that money piece. This will help you to make sure that you have the perfect curl painted every time. So stay tuned for more tips and tricks with Candy. Say bye, y'all.
Bye.